that jacket, girl.
I like you.
He just confessed.
That's my neighbor.
Whose idea was it to say that change was always for the best? So you may not have noticed, but every time America went through some sort of change, it always resulted in the worst. If you ask our 16th president, Honest Abel, in the December of 1865, what he was thinking when he ratified the 13th Amendment ending slavery, he would simply sit there and tell you, America needed a change. Yes, Mr. Lincoln had good intentions for change, and that change invited murder, racism, and the formation of the Ku Klux Klan right into the doors of America, but a change was wanted. Don't get me wrong, the fight for change was a beautiful thing, but if you walk the streets of the southern states and listen closely, you can still hear the screams of the black men and women whose blood has seeped into the land and mixed with the soil just enough to cover up the shame. And on those dark and foggy nights, you could even see the bodies of young men as they sway back and forth as they hang from tree limbs. Now, every time you click on some YouTube video or turn on the TV, you hear the white man trying to save, but you never hear about them trying to enslave the beautiful black minds of Africa. See, the griots and jelly are West African oral storytellers who would just sit there and fill us with the history of the pale-faced ones coming in and tearing their mother apart piece by piece by piece by piece till there is nothing left. When did it become okay for a broken-spirited servant girl to become? When did it become okay for a beautiful black queen in Africa to become a broken-spirited servant girl in America?
Let's go.
When did it become, why do the people of Africa depend on the pale-faced ones to save them from themselves? Why must they depend so much on the white bird?
Go ahead, poet. You got it.
Come on. Sorry.
Take it back a line. Let's go, poet.
I really can't remember the next line.
Skip ahead, skip ahead.
I don't even know where the next line goes.
Come on, poet.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Okay. And at the top of the pyramid lies genocide. In 1939 and 1945, there was a man who had an idea to change Germany and welcome the death of 11 million people, while at the bottom lies a more common form of hatred known as disconnection. When did it become okay for disconnection to become the sneakiest way in and make the name of the United States of America a license we are painfully aware that we are not united at all? When did it become okay for our representation to represent us and not like us, because this connection has our house so divided that no longer shall we choose to stand after we have fallen? A wise man named Howard Thurman once said, contact without fellowship is the breeding ground of hate. So today I ask you, who said change was always for the best?